Um, we are officially almost through the month of January in 2024. So we wanted to go ahead here before it get too far into the year. We wanted to name some look aheads. We wanted to name our top 3 fights going into 2024 that we want to see. I think I have a pretty good list here. We'll just go back and forth, and you can start it off for us.
All right. I'll start it off with one that's probably not on your list. This one's a little bit out there. You know we're big Suga fans. He's going to beat Cheeto. He's going to beat the winner of Marab Cejudo or whoever they throw at him next. And the fight that I have on my list that I want to see by the end of 2024 is Sugar Sean versus Corey Sandhagen. I think that's the most exciting fight in this bantamweight division right now. If you were to just watch it and not know a thing about MMA, even if you do, I think it still is. Sandhagen may not be the biggest personality, but that doesn't matter because he's an exciting ass fighter. They're the 2 tallest elite fighters in the bantamweight division. And if this fight were to happen, it would mean that Sugar would have to win his next fight, possibly his next 2. So Sugar versus Corey is the fight that I want to see, possibly in September, October, and I think we could be there.
I like it. I am going to go with Jamal Hill versus Alex Pereira for the light heavyweight title. Jamal Hill gets immediate title shot when he comes back. Pereira obviously has the strap right now. I just think this is the matchup. The storylines. Pereira getting to revenge his coach, Glover Teixeira. 2 very similar styles, stand and bang, kickboxers, elite strikers, elite technicians. I think kind of a poor man's Izzy is Jamal Hill at that division, but again, a little bigger. Had the light heavyweight title, so I think this is a beautiful matchup. It does everything. It has the storylines, has the fight characteristics, everything. So that's one that I want to see him be super excited to that. I love the kickboxers who stand and strike. So that's my one that I want to see this year.
Fuck yeah, that was on my list as well. That really ties a bow on the light heavyweight division since John Jones left it. This will kind of right the ship. I feel like it'll be back
the most
to
exciting one since John Jones has left. It's got to be the most exciting fight at light heavyweight division.
100%, because Jamal kind of became the he did become the definitive undisputed champ, and then he got hurt. And then Pereira did the same thing, just won that shit straight up, beat 2 elite guys. Now these 2 guys face off. We get to see who the king of the light heavyweight division is. Hopefully we get some young bucks in there that start coming up. Maybe a few Bama linebackers make the switch from football over to the UFC once they see these paychecks, see dope ass podcasts like us talking about them and shit. And I'm going to have to think of one on the fly. Not this one, but the one after this, because Poatan versus Jamal was on my list as well.
You can share. You could just go again. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm going to shoot into the future here. I'm going to do the same thing. Anticipate some victories. I've got Islam Makhachev going up to become the double champ versus Leon Edwards. I believe Islam defends his belt, whether it's against McGregor, Saryukian, Oliveira, Gaethje, Holloway. I think he beats any of them. And I think Leon beats Bilal in his next fight. Then I believe that Islam versus Leon's the fight to make. I think at that point, Islam will have earned it with 2 victories over he's still got to be one of the GOATs. We can't move him down too far. Over one of the GOATs, Volkanovski, 2 victories over him. And then if he went out and beats another elite lightweight, why not give him the shot versus Leon? It's a really exciting fight as well. So that was the other one on my list.
Okay. My next fight that I want to see, and I do think at some point it happens, who knows? But I want it in 2024, and I want it now. I want Israel Adesanya versus Dricus du Plessis. I just think that's the fight that everybody wants to see. Is he coming back for the middleweight title? See if he can make a run and run this division again with I don't know. I just feel like that he had a slip up, slow night. How does he come back from it? He's big on mental toughness, big on. I just think that, and I think if he's not ready, I think you run back Dricus and Sean Strickland again, and they go again. Close fight. They fight again. That one deserves a rematch, I would say. Um, then Izzy gets the winner of that. So I think I want to see Izzy versus either Dricus or Sean Strickland, one of those two. But that's the one that I want to see. I want to see Izzy come back. It was supposed to be Izzy and Dricus all along. It was supposed to be that. So let's
Battle
get
for
that.
Africa. We've got to see who the real African is.
Yeah, we need to get that fight on and let's get it. So that's the one that I want to see.
Let me throw another one out there with you guy Izzy. This was kind of my my fallback because I had a feeling that we might both have Pereira and Jamal on the list because that one's pretty obvious. Adesanya versus Strickland. This is another anticipation one for me. Let's say Izzy and Dricus do main event 300. Izzy beats Dricus. Hamzat goes out, gets a win over Strickland. Everyone wants to see Hamzat against a guy with elite takedown defense that's a true middleweight, and that is Israel Adesanya. And that would have the best buildup. Adesanya's been the king for the last half decade. Hamzat's the guy that everyone thinks is going to be the king for the next half decade. So let's get him in the octagon while Izzy still has, he's still in his prime or somewhat in his prime, and Hamzat's still ready to rock.
I like anything Israel Adesanya signed me up for, so I'm down for that.
Come on.
My third fight is John Jones versus Tom Aspinall. I wanted to go Stipe, but I just couldn't.
We said it last year. We can't say that shit 2 years in a row and just keep.
Yeah, I think we missed that one. I think John Jones versus Stipe. I think John Jones versus fuck, mine went blank. Tom Aspinall is the one. I think in this point in time, in this era, I think we would say that's a more exciting matchup and a more difficult matchup for John. That's what he wanted to face. He didn't want to face Stipe for Stipe. He wanted to face what Stipe was and what Stipe represented, and that's the heavyweight GOAT. And he is the heavyweight GOAT, but not at this time. He's not the best heavyweight in the world right now. That's Tom Aspinall. So I think getting over this challenge is another obstacle for John. I think after he wins this one, after he fights that one, then we can see where he's at as far as, obviously he's the greatest of all time, but cement his place in heavyweight history. So that's my third one that I want to see.
That would be a dream come true. I was going to say that, but I don't know if John will take it based off what he's been saying lately about how he wanted to fight Stipe for the legacy, but Aspinall doesn't have that legacy, so he's not worth it. Do you think
Isn't
Aspinall
it crazy though?
Like
all that, and we're going to see all the buildup, all the transforming his diet, transforming his body, and we're going to see him for 3 minutes of a round, 3 minutes total at heavyweight ever?
Facts.